Hi, welcome back to Mr. Ant's World of Prints. It's been a while since I've done a video in front of the camera. If you're a subscriber to my channel, you know at the moment I'm on this crazy journey looking at Prince's career from A to Z, and it's been quite an amazing journey personally as well doing that. And yes, Graham, the video will be uploaded very soon. But just this weekend gone past, I went to the My Name is Prince experience, which has just opened at London's O2 Arena, and I'm sure you all know about this exhibition that's going on. So I wanted to kind of give my thoughts and review on the exhibition, what I thought of it, and and the whole kind of thing about it really. So the first thing I'd like to say is I thought it was a really good idea that they were going to honour the 21 nights in London, that something official was actually going to be made of it, because it's a landmark in Prince's career. It was an amazing tour and it set records in London that have never been broken and hopefully never will be. So it was great that they were going to honour that because it's a 10th anniversary, but also have it at the O2 Arena as well, where the shows took place. So I was really pleased about that. And obviously originally it was going to be 21 days, 21 nights, 21 days, kind of something that Prince might have done. But obviously the demand was so huge, it's now running on until January the 7th now. So anyway, so I was really pleased about that. So I decided to go. I took my wife and my son, my good friend Graham, and the YouTube legend The Night Child, and off we went down to the O2 on Sunday. So we'll split this up into sort of the good and the bad, I suppose, of this exhibition. The first thing I would say is people have been asking and saying, you know, should I go? Is it something I should go to? And I think you should definitely go. You've definitely got to experience it. Obviously, you know, there are items here that you might never see again. Not everyone is able to go to Paisley Park or make it there, and so it may be a once in a lifetime opportunity to see some iconic clothes and instruments and stuff of Prince's career. So you should go, you should definitely go. Even if you have just a mild interest in Prince to the ultimate hardcore, you should definitely go just to see all these items, definitely. I would say that the people who are maybe just getting into Prince's music, maybe since he's passed, or the people that just had a slight interest, maybe didn't know everything, they're the ones that are going to take away the most from this experience. For the hardcore fans, the people like myself, the ones who've had everything, watched everything, read everything, followed him for years, and there's not a lot of new stuff here, stuff that you don't know already. So, you know, you're not going to take away anything really. But anyway, so tour starts, and on the good side, as I say, there are some brilliant items on display here, from the cloud bass that was Andre Simone's. It inspired the cloud guitar. It was fantastic to see that. One of Prince's earliest guitars, and you can see where he sawed it off to make a shape and stuck lights on it and everything. That was great. Obviously all the Purple Rain stage outfits, stuff from the movie, they were really great. Some iconic, obviously, costumes from live performances, Sign of the Times, the peach and black outfit that he wore, if you've seen the concert video when he does Housequake, that outfit was there. And also a jacket from when he does Hot Thing, it's got all these sort of circles on it, that was there. A couple of Love Sexy ones. And my personal favourite was the back dance video outfit, the one that split down the middle, half the Joker, half Batman, because that was my entry level to Prince, was Batman. That's where it all started for me. So that was kind of the outfit that I stared at the longest. I just sort of watched that video so many times. I thought, oh god, there it is. And yeah, that was really something to see that one. The most personal items really on display were the notebooks of Prince, that he, you know, handwritten notes. They were really interesting. Some to do with the Purple Rain film, and he's put in there about Morris Day eating peppers. So even back then, obviously he didn't make it until Graffiti Bridge, but obviously he had the idea for the Purple Rain film, and then he talks about him and Morris getting into a fist fight, and then I love the way he writes it. He said, and then other band members break up the fisticuffs. And it's all beautifully written in purple, obviously, purple pen, lovely handwriting. Also there was a notepad there with handwritten lyrics to Erotic City, and then I thought, I found the answer to the is it funk or is it in the lyrics, because right at the bottom, that's what I saw first, it had And I thought, oh, that's what it is, that's what it is. So then off I went and said to everyone who was with me, have you seen the notepad? It says, it's written there, that answers the question finally. And then my friend Graham went and read it, and then he said, actually, have you noticed the top? It says, but then he's changed it to funk. So it's got both. So it still doesn't answer it. It's still one or the other. So even now Prince is still messing around with us. So I thought that was quite funny. So just when I thought I'd made a revelation, it didn't happen. So anyway, that was great to see those the notepads. There was a lot of Third Eye Girl stuff was there. Some of the outfits that he wore during that time. The cymbal microphone stand. That was good to see because I wasn't able to make any of those gigs in London, so I'd never seen any of that stuff. Some of the stuff that he wore, and one kind of top from the piano and the microphone, the one with the planets all around it, that was there as well on display. So yeah, there were many great items. We went for a standard tour. It was £25. There is a VIP tour which was £60. From what I've seen from photos and what I've heard, I don't, you're not really getting a lot more really. There is a chance to hold a guitar, I believe, a bit of an acoustic guitar from Musicology, I do believe. But the items and the things that I saw that are in the VIP section, to me they should be displayed with everything else, to be honest. I couldn't really see any real gain from doing the VIP. So I was quite, we did the standard. We was in there close on to 2 hours, going round. Because what you do is you walk in, they give you a kind of remote control and headphones, and every certain sections are got a number. You punch in the number, and then there's music, maybe a little bit of information, sometimes a bit of Prince who's interviewed and what have you, just telling you about it. So yeah, so on that aspect, it was a great experience. It was great to do, great to see those items, and you should definitely go. On the downside to it, I would say really. Well, Tyke Nelson was on TV a few days running up to it to talk about it, obviously, on the local news here in London. And she was saying what an emotional experience it was for her when she first walked in. She was too much, had to come out and then go back in again. And she was saying that, you really feel his presence there because it's all so close, and how she was hoping it would bring closure to a lot of fans and what have you. And yeah, so, but for me personally, it's just my personal thing. It's different for everybody, but I didn't feel it at all. I didn't feel that connection or that waiting for you walk in, you're waiting for that wow, and for me personally, it just didn't happen. There were a few little moments here and there, but not like, I remember the MPG shop in London. Some of you might watched my been there. As soon as you walked in the door, the place just smelt heavenly. You just wow, and the whole feel of Prince was in that place. Candles burning, and you just feel him everywhere. Like maybe he's going to pop out somewhere, or you could feel his presence in that shop. And that was sorely lacking here. You just walked in, and it's just you could tell that someone else had done it. It's not Prince hadn't personally put this together. It's someone else putting it together. And kind of near the end, we were standing all together, just sort of looking at it, taking it all in and discussing it, and we did kind of feel that it was quite a sterile atmosphere. It kind of, and the look of it inside, very black and industrial, the exhibition thing, and it kind of almost looked like you walked into a HMV megastore somewhere that happened to be displaying a few Prince items. That was a kind of feel of it. I wanted to walk in and feel that, oh God, yeah, Prince is here, and feel that emotion, and really, even staring at the outfits. A lot of them are completely open. There's nothing to stop you touching them. Obviously, you don't, but they're not in cases or anything, and they're right in front of you. But even still, just staring at them, you still, apart from obviously realising how tiny he is, because when you forget, I didn't feel it. I was really surprised I didn't. So I didn't get closure or at all from that. I felt way more connected to him in some of my videos that I've made when I've been studying his music and his videos and watching it intensely, and there have been some moments where I've really felt it then. But at the exhibition, I just didn't get that presence. I didn't feel he was there. I didn't feel that it was, what I thought I would really. But this is just me personally. Other people may. Everyone's different, so it's just my personal thing. I just didn't feel it. And also there's some items I thought would be there and weren't. you know, I understand that Paisley Park is open still, so they've got a museum running there, and obviously they brought stuff here, so you can't have everything. But Prince, being Prince, had multiple items, you know, multiple, you know, like cloud guitars, different colours, and none of the iconic ones were here. There was just this orange one that supposedly was played at the 21 Nights in London. I went to 3 of the concerts, never saw it played. I've never seen any footage of it being played. I've no idea if he ever did play it at the 21 Nights. The Blue Angel wasn't there, the Purple Rain guitar wasn't there, the One-Eyed Bass wasn't there, the gun microphone, you know, Sexy MF, that wasn't there. Not even one of the motorbikes was there. A piano, no piano. I mean, Prince had loads of pianos, you know, different iconic ones. No piano. Yeah, so there were quite a few items. You were going, well, hang on, no, why isn't that one here? And Love Sexy as well. There was hardly anything to do with Love Sexy. A couple of outfits, but no performance footage, no nothing like that. And it starts, but what's weird is it starts in chronological order as you walk in. You put the headphones on and it starts from the very beginning and you go around right through to 1999. Then as it goes around into a main room, it kind of then goes out the window and becomes a mishmash of genre, of eras. It's like, oh. And in the middle of it all is they've recreated a symbol stage. Smaller scale, it's painted in purple. And that's kind of the centrepiece. And what's surprising is obviously this was supposed to honour the 21 Nights in London. And there's hardly any reference to it whatsoever. In fact, at the symbol stage, they've got a performance of the Super Bowl playing on a very small screen, plasma screen, or LED, whatever. And definitely that should be being played at this exhibition, definitely. But where the symbol stage is, you would have thought that they would have had some footage being played there of the 21 Nights in London, right there. I mean, if it was me, if I put it together, I would have had a big screen, loads of footage no one's ever seen, a piano on the symbol stage, and outfits that he wore and instruments that he played, all on that symbol. This is the centrepiece, 21 Nights in London, bam, right in the middle. I mean, instead you had the symbol microphone, and then next to that was 1999 coat, and then there was the Raspberry Beret cloud suit, which was brilliant to see. But and then there were a top he wore in 7 video, a top he wore in the Cream video, a Diamonds and Pearls top, and it was all a mishmash of eras. Oh, okay. Over there, Sign of the Times, here's Batman, Graffiti Bridge was over there, and suddenly it all became a bit, you're just suddenly walking around and noticing this and noticing that, and other things are in cases. There was a case that had the 3 chains of gold in it, and a couple of his ear wraps, leather gloves and stuff like that. You weren't allowed to take photos or videos, but there are a lot of them appearing now. I'm going to put some up at the end of this video. So yeah, that kind of, I was just surprised at what was there and what you know, the stuff that, you know, that didn't make it really, you know. So it's kind of it's not the definitive Prince exhibition experience by a long shot, definitely not. There's so much more that you could do, and some eras completely forgotten, or that nothing to do with One Night Alone, Rainbow Children, no outfits on One Night Alone tour. Emancipation only was just like something on the wall about it, and a couple of kind of plaques, a little bit of information about the contract, but that was about it. There was no real memorabilia or anything that he wore or anything from that period. The internet years are pretty much ignored. They did have album covers going all the way around, pictures of each album cover all the way around. But as I say, a lot of the it seemed to focus heavily on the Warner years, really, and the later years. A couple of Gold Experience outfits, but as I say, I'm jumping around now thinking about it in my mind, because this is kind of what it was like. And so yeah, there was. I remember there was a tunic there that he wore at the Brit Awards in 2006. Most of you have probably seen this amazing mini concert that Prince did at the Brits. In this country, he'd been quiet for a while, and it really opened everyone's eyes again to his genius, how amazing he was. He did this little concert, did Fury, you know, Purple Rain, and Tiomo Corazon, you know, did Let's Go Crazy, and Sheila E, Wendy and Lisa were there again, and he wore this, you know, white tunic. It was amazing. And there it was, brilliant, but it didn't mention anything about that it was worn at the Brits. It just said was used for promotion for the 21 Nights in London. Yes, Prince was on the front cover of the programme wearing it, but that photo could have been taken from the Brits. You know, I can't believe they didn't mention that, so that I'll cross off of that then. Mark them down. So they got that wrong. And I know it sounds like I'm nitpicking maybe and finding faults, but as a hardcore fan, you know, you notice these things, you can't help it. You look around and go, well, that's not there, or this is wrong, or why did they do that, or why didn't they do that? They had a great idea to recreate the Paisley Park fence, where everybody left their, you know, notes and flowers and everything, you know, after he passed. And there was one here. Great idea, except they didn't leave any paper or pencils for anyone to do it. So people were using their printed out tickets and writing on those, finding pens or whatever, and posting them through and what have you. I mean, they didn't leave sort out any paper. I was like, okay. So that was another weird thing, really. So as I say, yeah, it was a odd experience in that aspect, that, you know, the things that I thought they would have and they didn't. And as far as I'm aware, as I said, in the VIP, I didn't see any of these items there either. There's a load of more shoes in the VIP area. You want to see Prince's shoes, and a few jackets. I've got Minneapolis on the side and what have you. Look, Love Sexy era they look like, but nothing like, you know, nothing like the iconic things you want to see, that you really, you know, never seen before, or, you know, that close. But anyway, so there you go. But overall, it's worth going to. You've got to do it. It is a good experience on one hand, you know, just as I say, to see what is there. But I feel maybe this might be the beginning of something. They might take this on the road around the world. I've got a feeling. And if they do in the future, you can only hope that maybe they make it bigger. And you know, this was obviously supposed to be about the 21 nights in London, which they just completely forgot. But hopefully in the future they won't have to do it at the O2, because it wasn't a very big exhibition area. There are other areas, places in London, the Excel Centre, the Barbican, the bigger places that you could have a much more comprehensive and bigger exhibition. And maybe in the future that's what they'll do. They'll take it around the world and add more to it and go round, so everyone gets a chance to see all this stuff from Prince's incredible career. So that was the tour. Merchandise. Where do you want to start with that? They got interesting items, and the pricing was interesting to say the least. Some things were exactly what you thought you would pay and were on the money. £25 for a t-shirt. Okay, none of the designs really took me that great. They had enamel pins for a £5. Yeah, they were lovely. I bought one, a nice symbol, purple symbol one. They had, I think, a Paisley Park logo, Prince's symbol guitar. Ah, sorry boys, why I mentioned that. There was no symbol guitar either. None of those guitars were there. The gold one, the purple one, the white one, no symbol guitars were brought over. I couldn't believe that. Anyway, I digress. And so yeah, and then they had the famous tambaracas. I don't know if you've seen these, the plastic. They're just a big lump of plastic really, but they are so cool, yellow, and they had the original Prince symbol, was the original ones, and they had those. Now there's a redesign that has this symbol in the middle as well. I used to have one years ago that I bought from the MPG shop, and it broke. And I wanted to buy a new one, but they wanted £72 for it, and I don't know. I'm sorry. I had the money. I could have bought it, but I don't believe in getting ripped off. I thought 50 quid maybe, but £72, pushing it, man. I was like, come on, for a lump of plastic. You know, for £20 more at Christmas, I had an electric guitar, an amplifier, and strap and carry bag and everything. So, you know, you're not really getting value for money here. So that was quite shocking. But I think the most shocking price was for 4 teeny weeny little plastic plectrums. Okay, they had prints on or a symbol, what have you, but 4 plectrums. I thought maybe you'd pay £10 for 4 plectrums. Oh, no. £27 for 4 plectrums. Come on. What's that all about? And 2 ping pong balls, little ping pong balls with the symbol on. £10. I mean, really? Come on, £10 for 2 ping pong balls. Oh dear. And then, there was another one. That symbol, the little symbol on those little, you know, they have those little ball chains. They look like the chain on your plug in your bath. There was one on one of those and one on the little elastic one. £32. I mean, really? Come on, £32. It was just ridiculous. And what was telling is a lot of these things weren't being sold. People were like, yeah, okay. There were mugs. There were these lovely black mugs that had the My Name is Prince exhibition on. They'd all sold out. So they're only £8. Fair enough. And there were some other tambourines. They must have been cheaper than the tambaracas because they were all sold out. They had Paisley Park on, standard tambourine. They'd all gone. And they had books, 3 books. They were £35 each. Now, a little bit expensive. But if you could thumb through the book to see how good it was, you might be tempted. But they were all sealed, so there's no way of knowing whether the book was worth buying or not. So I was like, sorry, you're not doing no. But the most surprising thing was, my son handed me this velvet bag, Paisley Park bag, in a plastic thing, and he said, Dad, this is what I want. It was £8, and I didn't know what was in it. And I said, well, what's in it? He said, oh, it's got a symbol in it. And I said, I couldn't feel it. It felt like a plastic keyring thing. Initially, he wanted a pin. I said, well, don't you want the pin? No, I've changed my mind. No, then he wanted a zipper pull. I said, no, I'm going to get this. Okay. So I got this velvet bag for him, this Paisley Park bag. And as we're leaving, he opens it, pulls out his bag, and out comes this massive metal silver symbol. Beautiful. All of us just looked and went, where did they get that? And it's like, £8. £8 for this amazing, but it's £27 for 4 plectrums. Is it me? Oh, it must be. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Mad. Anyway, whatever. I could go on about the merchandise all night. I'm boring you to tears now, but I'll get back to my alphabet videos now. You're not going to see me again till next year, I promise you. I'm getting back behind the camera now. I'm back on the computer. I'm back onto my alphabet videos. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know what my experience was of the My Name is Prince exhibition at London's O2 Arena. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for everyone who's been subscribing to my channel. It's really starting to grow. I'm so grateful and so thankful for all your comments, and it's just been an amazing experience. I'm really loving it, and onwards and upwards. Keep it purple.